Good morning. I am Jen Dalton.
I am Bob Herzog. FC Cincinnati is making roster moves in the very last moments of the preseason. We're going to hear how the people standing in the Bailey are responding to a very exciting addition to the team.
It reminds me of an episode of Ted Lasso. I think they're pretty excited. Also, is it trend or is it trash?
Can it be both?
I asked our producer the very same thing. We will have to wait and see. So we are playing a game all about some eye-catching trends on social media. You don't want to miss that.
All right, but first, let's see what's brewing in the tri-state. Off we go.
Yeah, not starting.
No, not great.
Fun.
Not great. So water levels obviously rising in parts of the tri-state, seeing that high water in places where we normally see it, really affecting waterways all around the area. But we do want to zero in on the impact along the Ohio itself. Take a look at this graph put out by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It shows in real time the water level on the Ohio River near downtown Cincinnati, Covington, Newport. Yesterday, after we officially surpassed the minor flood stage, NOAA predicting now we will hit the crest of the flooding tomorrow afternoon or late evening. These readings are taken from a water gauge attached to the Roebling Suspension Bridge. How about that? This photo from NOAA points it out. It's right there. You've probably seen it hundreds of times. Didn't even realize what it was. I didn't know until this picture.
Thank you for pointing that out.
That's very cool. Data from this equipment is made available to meteorologists like our Weather Authority team. It also allows city leaders on both sides of the river to prepare potential flood zones. I had no idea that was right there, did you?
I did not either.
No idea. I just know when we look down along Serpentine Wall, we look down along all the beautiful parks along the river, that water is just
live right now behind us, and you can see how high. You cannot see the Serpentine steps.
Wall is gone.
So
well,
definitely.
and even so much of this walkway that you know is part. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, when you see the cars driving there by Heritage Bank, I mean, you can see just that kind of gives a perspective of just how close the water
Pete Rose
is
Way.
Right. Right.
So
that water's clipping right along too, right?
It sure is.
And we're going to get more precipitation tomorrow. Tara's going to be along in just a few minutes to talk about that. But when it comes to flood water, it is important to remember the phrase, and I know we say it, but just do it.
Right.
Turn around, don't drown. Over the past few days, we have had several water rescues here in the tri-state. So scary, especially when it's this cold. One rescue happened in Jim Terrell Park, 6:30 Sunday morning. There was a homeless couple and their dog camping. Can you believe that? Camping in the freezing cold along the Little Miami River in Milford when the water began to rise and it cut them off. Now, when they couldn't escape, they called 911.
The river came in and flooded me, and I'm stuck and I'm not able to get back to the land. It's too flooded and I can't get out. I don't know how much more river is going to come up. I didn't expect it to be flooded like this fast. It's my fault. If you can get my GPS, that would probably help. I don't know how much time I got before this river gets up too high. I found a dry spot of land I'm standing on right now, but I don't know what to do to get out.
Scary, goodness. After that rescue, though, was done, which they were rescued about 50 miles south in Pendleton County, Kentucky, several roads there were underwater. Search and rescue had to use boats to pull people from their cars after they tried driving through the flooding. In just a little bit, Tara Blake, as I mentioned, is going to be joining us to chat about an upcoming storm system. And look, I know sometimes you think like, oh, it's just a little bit of water, but sometimes you can't judge how, like, is there a dip in the pavement that goes down and your car gets stuck and it starts the water, entering your car really fast and then you can't move.
And just how little water it takes to move your car.
Right.
You don't really take that into account necessarily. And it's worth noting, this is not in our viewing area, but when you get in those other parts of the state of Kentucky right now, eastern parts of the state in particular, up to 12 deaths and several of those tragedies came about because people were in their vehicles and trying to get across areas that were simply impassable. So it's, again, as Jen pointed out, it's advice you hear a lot. It's something we say a lot. There's a reason we say it a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So be careful out there, everybody.
Yeah,
for sure.
Be careful. Poor Kentucky. They're under a state of emergency in those areas, right?
Yeah, and we'll continue to watch what happens now that those cold temperatures are just going to make things that much worse in those parts of the state.
And again, Tara will be up in just a few minutes and she's going to talk about the snow we're going to get.
Yeah. Hey, today, switch things up. You can take a trip to the Big Easy without ever leaving the northern part of Kentucky. Mardi Gras, benefiting homeless children, is tonight at the Northern Kentucky Convention Center. Restaurants from all around the area will be serving up Cajun cuisine starting at 5:30 this evening. Our own Sheila Gray will once again serve as the Mardi Gras queen. Money raised from the event will benefit organizations like the Brighton Center, Welcome House, and Bethany House Services. All of those nonprofits work to combat youth homelessness in the tri-state. We have a link to buy your tickets at local12.com. You hover over the news tab and you click on the Get It links.
Oh, it looks like they got a nice auction going on there.
Or John. There's our buddy John. He's usually there as well. Yeah, it is. I don't want to say it's Sheila's very favorite event of the year, but it is definitely top three. It is top three in terms of things that she loves to do, and it obviously helps a lot of great organizations.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are tickets still available, so check it out and head on out tonight. Well, big news for history buffs. The Behringer Crawford Museum is reopening today after a big renovation project. The museum in Devou Park is kicking off a year-long 75th anniversary celebration with an all-new museum-wide exhibition. It highlights some of the museum's most cherished collections, and that includes BCM's mineral display. Guests can use black lights on. That is super cool. The museum opens at 10 this morning in Covington.
They got a lot of good stuff up there.
Got something to admit.
Yeah,
I've never been.
You've never been? You've been up on that hillside, though, right?
Yes,
where
I
the
definitely
museum
have been
stands?
up.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been up in there in that beautiful view and up to Devou. Tanner, say it again. What were you letting us know about?
Looking at the view up in Devou.
Oh, they're going to have some artifacts from the movie White Christmas.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Very cool.
I think, Heather French came down to the area with some of those items.
That's
because
right.
they've got the Rosemary Clooney
yeah.
house/museum just down the road here a bit. So I think a
was
lot
with
of that
us.
stuff probably came from there. That'll be displayed.
She was with us in Studio A.
Yeah, she's great.
Maybe a couple years ago.
She's good people. It is 7 minutes after 8 now. Oh no, it's snow. Tara Blake joins us to talk not just snow, oh no, but snow science.
Science!
It's next on Arc Cincinnati. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, the British Virgin Islands. That just
tease
really looks nice,
pretty.
doesn't it? Oh, so beautiful. Water so blue.
So rude.
Temperatures.
This is rude.
That is so rude.
It is rude.
All right, so, okay, that little vacation is over then. Let's just stop. Back here at home, we are, well, we're cold. We're talking more snow in the forecast. Tara Blake is with us now and is going to talk about the science behind this upcoming season. Because frankly, the science has been weird. We talked about it yesterday. If you go back to Sunday,
We had some extremes for
so
sure.
quick. It was so quick how things changed.
But I want the science, but I also want to know what's going to happen tomorrow because my son's already like, are we going to get?
Gonna be off
Are we going to be
school.
off? And I'm like, I don't think we're going to get that much, but-
Initially, when we first started seeing this come together, it looked like maybe 2 to 3 inches, and I could see schools calling out for this. But
Sure.
as the track and the low is getting closer, it looks like a light amount.
Okay.
1
Okay.
to 2. We only have an advisory south. That is where the highest amounts are expected. So there's some things that are playing into our favor with this particular setup. Again, mentioning that low is farther south, not going to help out Kentucky, that's been dealing with a lot of extremes, but those heavier amounts will remain outside of home. We also have really cold temperatures in place, and it brings up the question, can it ever be too cold to snow? What do you guys think?
I think yes.
You think too cold to snow?
I mean, to snow, yeah, because then it would be.
I think
don't know.
I think of with all that cold, it being drier.
Yeah.
And if it's drier,
It's
plus
true.
moisture in the air, and then you don't get as much snow.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not too cold to snow per se, but we just don't get as much.
Exactly right.
Okay.
So like places like Antarctica.
Star for me.
The coldest still gets snow.
Sure.
And so what it really is about is the moisture. Colder temperatures can't hold as much moisture.
Isn't Antarctica a tundra? And
sure.
isn't a tundra defined by its amount of rain and moisture? I think that's true.
I mean, the poles are more considered.
Sorry, Tanner just said, let the scientists talk.
He's taking me off course.
He likes to do that.
Sorry,
Yes, he does.
my bad.
I need to look that up. I don't know that I heard that classification
Tundra.
for
My bad.
Antarctica. But we are talking snow and happening when it's really cold,
looking it
and
up.
less moisture equals lower amounts, which is going to be part of the positive for this particular system. And we also have what will be finer, more kind of gritty snow, which is more powdery, whereas you get snow that falls at 32, 34, 36 degrees. It collides, you get those really big flakes. It's that big impactful snow, and that's not expected out of this event either. So again, some things, and I can see both of them are currently Googling tundra in Antarctica right now. So what did you find?
Antarctic tundra occurs on Antarctica and on several Antarctic and subantarctic islands, including South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands, which I did not know there were sandwich
Cold and
islands.
dry.
I do. They make
Yeah, most of
great
Antarctica is
double-deckers
too
there.
cold and dry to support vegetation. Blah,
Too
blah,
cold
blah,
and
blah,
dry. Too cold and dry.
And most of the continent is covered by ice fields or cold deserts.
Cold and dry. Cold and dry.
Okay. Gold star. What do we
So
need here?
many things were learned today.
Burr.
That's what we do here on ARC.
But
Yes.
on
We
top-
Google.
on top of all of that, though, when it's that kind of cold, it's why you don't get good snowman
Yeah,
snow
right.
because it's not. It's the snow is not wet enough. It won't pack together. It just
Yeah.
won't. Yeah, it won't work.
Like grains of sand.
Grain. Did you say like a gritty? Did you say like gritty?
Yeah.
And then did you just make a Days of Our Lives
I was
reference
just
as
going to
well?
say like sand
Yes.
through the hourglass.
But then I was tying it into the tundra.
The tundra. See, look, it's
Okay.
all
It's full circle.
we
But-
weave like we're on a loom, like it's a
Bringing it
giant
back
arc loom.
to will the kids get school off tomorrow?
I think limited.
Limited, probably further south, maybe.
I would say a higher chance of that, yes. Now, untreated roads anywhere
Right.
Right.
can be an issue. And so it really depends on if schools are feeling like they cannot get those secondary
right.
roads for their kids, safe enough.
And
But I think it'd be limited
A lot of
tomorrow.
times it's the timing, though. You know, if,
Right, right.
if it does its heaviest snowing at 2 or 3 in the morning, superintendents get up at 4.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know.
This isn't really ever going to be heavy,
Okay.
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 if that
That's fair.
helps. It
Yeah.
does seem pretty light. We've had a little bit even this morning, but overnight it'll be light. The little bit that's heavier would be south,
Okay.
but 1 to 2 inches at most. I think most would be an inch or less, to be honest. But
Okay.
Yeah, 1 to 2 would be the higher
Okay.
amounts.
Fingers
Thank
crossed,
you.
moms and dads, sorry kids.
Right.
I guess is what they
I feel like we've had enough.
I know. I have teacher friends who are like, please, I can't do another
can't-
snow day because
Yeah.
we're getting behind in our units and we can't.
I talked about this with my friends
Yeah.
and my boys. That we actually had so many snow days one year that we had to go to school on a Saturday. My boys
oh,
were like,
wow.
"Would they do that?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
"I don't
that'll
know.
do
If you
don't know.
have to get in the amount of days and there's none
Right.
left to make up, that
Well,
would be
we-
awful."
We'll
So-
stay on top of this. Tara will
Yeah.
and the whole weather authority team and be tracking it throughout the day.
I will make a note too. Snow obviously impacts moisture, which impacts the rivers. Less snow is going to be helpful there, but
Yeah.
10 inches of snow equals 1 inch of rain. So it's much, much, much less. So that should hopefully help out those rivers continue
Okay.
to come down too.
Good.
I know you were talking a lot about that.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tara,
Yeah.
thank you.
Am
Thank
I
you.
supposed to leave now?
Yeah, you stay here.
You can stay.
Okay.
Yeah. 8:15. Things are about to get rowdy at TQL. Just ahead, the latest update ahead of the FC Cincinnati home opener. Boy, that's going to be a cold one Saturday. Well, it is official. The Orange and Blue have a replacement for Lucho Acosta just days before the start of the season. And it's very exciting.
Yesterday, FC Cincinnati announcing on X that they were indeed signing midfielder Evander da Silva Ferreira, known simply as Evander, to a $12 million deal. Evander previously played for the Portland Timbers in the MLS, but FC Cincinnati fans, they're ready to embrace him as one of our own. These are just a few of the comments left under this announcement video. Ex-user Chris Marshall writes, "Welcome to the Orange and Blue."
I'm behind you right now, sorry.
I know you are.
Looking
forward to welcoming you in full voice at TQL come Saturday. Lace them up. We have places to go. Ryan Mitchell writes, "Once this team clicks, there will be no stopping them." And this one appears to be from a Timbers fan.
Oh.
Flary Glary writes, "Be good to him. We will miss him in Portland."
That's so sweet.
Y'all just gained a new Cincy fan.
Oh, look
All
at
right.
that.
You got to the gear quickly.
I did. That's the point of keeping all this stuff behind us.
Is that the point of it?
No.
I thought it was because they didn't give us a set and we just had to bring a whole lot of stuff in.
But I like to use that. But anyway.
Yeah, it works though.
We do love FC Cincinnati, and I'm very excited to see this guy play.
First CONCACAF.
Tonight.
CONCACAF.
Tomorrow. Tonight. What's today?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Okay, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's very exciting.
No, in all seriousness, it's an incredible deal. And I had something about him that I wanted to say. I saw this morning. It was a huge deal. And on ESPN, they were saying that he had more goal contributions last season. He was second only to Lionel Messi. Evander was.
He was right there in the MVP conversation.
He had 34 goal contributions last season, second only to Inter Miami's Lionel Messi with 36. That's according to ESPN. So
it's pretty good. It's pretty good company to be in.
Yeah. Okay, as if it wasn't enough, FC Cincinnati fans are going to get a never-before-seen look at their favorite club. Onside Major League Soccer debuts this week on Apple TV+. It is an 8-part docuseries, and it goes beyond the pitch with players and coaches and clubs. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Try to teach them, we fail, but because of those failures, you're going to win.
My journey is nothing short of incredible.
My objective is to win trophies, and I know it's expected of us.
Football to baseball. Do you want a costume change?
Okay.
The Reds are getting ready for the second full day of spring training.
And Local 12's Yanni Trigelis is out in Goodyear, Arizona. He's got that tough job of being out there on the first day of practice. He talked with new manager Terry Francona about his hopes for the season.
Well, good morning from Goodyear, Arizona. We're getting ready for day 2 of Red spring training. Day 1 full of excitement. Elly De La Cruz back on the field. Hunter Green, who had a setback before the spring training started with an injury, he was back on the field. He was throwing. The two of them, they faced off in live batting practice, and Elly put on a show from the very first pitch, ripping a double, who knows, maybe even a triple or an inside the park home run with Elly's speed right into the right center field gap. But plenty of storylines to talk about here in Goodyear. The biggest one of them all, of course, the new manager, Terry Francona, bringing all of his winning experience to this ball club. He spoke a little bit about the want to win for this team.
To try to do it better than every team we compete against. That's hard to do. You know, if it was easy, every team would win. But that's one of our goals. And to this point, and again, it doesn't feel like the first day of spring training because our position players have all been here. They have been outstanding, and I don't see that stopping.
And it was a welcome back for Matt McClain to the baseball field after he missed all of last season. He looked right back to normal in that second base spot. We saw him turn some double plays, flip him over to Elly De La Cruz over there. That could be a pairing that could be lethal this season as the Reds look to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2020. We're going to have more throughout the day in day 2 of spring training here from Goodyear. For now, reporting from Goodyear, Arizona, Yanni Trigelis, Local 12 Sports.
We love a countdown clock, and we know you love a countdown clock. And right now, we are just days away from opening day. And in the next few weeks, we should hear more about the Grand Marshal or Marshals of the opening day parade. 37 days, Bob.
The way that's set up on the screen, though, it just looks like we have a really long time to defuse a bomb.
It looks like 370,000.
Like we have such a long time.
It does.
We're going to make it, though.
Should we talk about Little Tito?
So we have a stink bug problem in the studio.
Regular viewers of ARC Cincinnati know that we have frequent visitors in the studio. Sometimes they're birds.
Sometimes they're people.
Sometimes they're people. Sometimes they're stink bugs. And frequently they're stink bugs. And there's one that was just walking across the floor. So if you saw me looking down, it's because it's stink bug. And we decided in Terry Francona's honor that we would name him Little Tito.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because I don't know how long. I don't know how long this stink bug will last. And I want Tito to be around. Actual Tito to be around like a long time.
If you saw the lengths Tara and I were going to save that stink bug earlier.
Which was not in harm's way at all.
Yeah. I think he's going to be around for a long time.
Okay.
So.
You know, if the official start of Red Spring Training has you itching for some baseball, you can always try dart ball.
Okay, I've never heard of this
to get you
before.
through. Well, get ready.
I'm excited.
Something just fell in my mouth from this mustache, and it's disgusting.
You want me to read this?
Nope, it's okay. It's a combination of darts and baseball, hence the name dart ball. And what's better is the fact it's played in the warmth of the great indoors, if you will. These folks are in Wisconsin. They're part of a dart ball league. Celebrating. They've been doing this for 95 years in Wisconsin. Cheese and dart ball. That's what they do. Even though the game has been around for a long time, many, shockingly, are not familiar with it.
You throw darts at, they're wooden darts with a metal tip, and you throw it underhand, and then the rules are just like baseball.
Mike Hoffman says just like baseball, balls, strikes, foul balls, outs, hits. Like baseball, Jen, the goal is to cross home plate. Jen, you look terribly confused.
I am, because I'm trying to figure out what part about this is.
So
the only part that's really the dart part is that you're actually using a dart and trying to get it.
Well, what else would you do with a dart?
Well, I mean, darts you throw overhand, and it's the baseball part that just they made the dartboard look like a diamond? I don't know. Are you okay?
No. It's an odd thing.
It's just, you know what? If it brings them joy.
How weird that I would, looking like this, go, well, that's pretty odd.
True. Brings them joy, I would try it.
What it reminds me of, did you ever play like wiffle in the backyard as a kid?
Sure.
And you didn't have enough runners, so you'd have to have ghost runners, right? So like, say there were two people on each side you're playing wiffle ball, right? I get a single, next guy up gets a single, right? But then I have to bat again.
Okay.
So we have to leave one of the runners on base as a ghost runner. And so as you're throwing the darts, I would assume the person going around the base is like a ghost runner.
Sure. Whatever
Did
works.
I lose you on that?
No.
Did that make sense? Ryan Henry, you get me upstairs, right?
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
The whole thing is fine.
Okay.
You know what? At Miami University, I played broom ball, right? When you combine two,
broom balls.
not an actual sport. I mean,
broom
hockey.
Ball's great.
But then you play with a broom. So it's
Right.
like, why not? And then they've got the foaling, where you throw the football into the bowling pins. Like, why not combine two sports? If you like it and it's fun, do it.
What was that movie that the guys from South Park did? Basketball?
I never saw it.
Basketball. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
We're just melding sports.
Okay. Well, the extreme winter sport, known as skijorking. What are you doing? What happened? Did I hurt you?
No.
Gives a whole new meaning to the term horsepower.
Did you say skijorking?
Isn't that what it is?
I just think that's funny.
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know. There's a second K in it.
There's no K. Skijoring. Skijoring. Is it okay? So a skier gets pulled through a course by a rider on horseback at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. Teams have to be fast and navigate between the gates to snag as many rings as possible. Even the horseback rider needs to grab one. This is a fun event that lets riders get their horses out during the winter, and people can win big bucks. You can win $10,000. That was up for grabs this competition in Idaho. Okay.
Idaho and Wisconsin. You better get ready for dart ball and skijorking.
I'm sorry I added the extra K. Oh my, this is
We went off the rails, and I blame myself.
I blame you too.
I
You really do. Okay. Skijoring?
Yeah. I
you
think,
say how it's supposed to be said.
I think they missed. I think the popularity of that sport would grow if they would add the second K. Because I think skijorking is a much more fun word to say than just skijoring.
Yeah.
Is it just skijoring?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. They should be skijorking.
Okay.
By the way, this is, just so we're clear, this would be the natural length of my eyebrows if I didn't do something.
What are we looking at over here?
Like if I...
Oh, did Tito see Tito's going? Little Tito's going.
If I didn't
I think that that is the fastest stink bug. Maybe we should change it to Little Ellie. That is the fastest stink bug I have ever seen in this studio. Tanner is begging us to move on, but Little Ellie, it's Little Ellie.
It's 8:29.
Go, Little Ellie, go.
Here on ARC Cincinnati, if it hasn't become clear, we are on the cutting edge of online trends, obviously.
Boy.
This is your part.
Oh, just ahead, we chat about what's trending online with a game called Trend or Trash.
Skijorking.
Trend. Go, Little Ellie. Whoops. My hips don't lie. That reminded me of a Shakira song. So.
As it should.
Hi, I'm Jen Dalton.
I'm Bob Herzog. Welcome back to ARC Cincinnati, your home for skijorking in the tri-state.
I'm going to start it. If anybody's got skis and a horse, I'm coming out next time it snows. It is a Try It Tuesday. Oh, so if it was off the rails already, get ready. Because today we are talking about social media trends.
Yeah, so
let's explain.
Obviously, we are hip. We are with it. We know exactly about what the cool kids are doing online, bussing, right? Skibbity. So today, we are playing a game called Trend or Trash.
Yep. So our producer came up with this. Here's how it will work.
This is going to be something.
We will be given the name and description of an online trend or challenge, and then we, and you can play along, have to decide, is this a real trend or is it trash? Meaning, is it made up? But then I think we could also decide.
In my view, it could be.
It could be both. So we will see. Oh, okay. Let's go on and start.
Okay.
And I have not looked at these.
Good.
But I have in case I need to read more about it. So, is this a trend for real online, or is this made up trash? Okay. Snow soup?
Snow soup.
With many places, do I read this part, Tanner, or do I wait, or do we decide first? Okay. With many places in the country seeing heavy snowfall this week, this one has taken off. This trend involves people scooping snow from their backyards into a giant mixing bowl. During the video, they describe their secret recipe for snow soup, often to comedic effect. Is this trend or trash? I'm going trend. I'm going trend.
I'm going trend.
Because we did that when we were kids. I don't think we called it snow soup, but we would make like.
Right. I think it's just people, they're being silly. They're being silly. We're going trend. We both say
we're
trend.
Both saying trend. That people are actually doing this. Oh, it's trash?
Get out of here.
Well, we should
That's
make
not a real thing?
Really?
Okay, snow soup, I'm making it.
Now, there's a book that my mom used to read to her preschool kids when she was a teacher.
Called?
Stone Soup.
Oh, yeah. No, I've heard of that. Yeah. By the way,
not snow soup.
The description of grabbing a scoop of snow from the backyard and doing something with it that you would eat, right now, Tara Blake is in the weather office going, haw. Like she can't haw. No, she can't. She's not a big fan of that kind of thing. Hey, emergency contact trend. With Valentine's Day earlier this month, love is in the air, but this trend is about poking fun at your partner.
Okay.
People are posting videos of their partners doing some ridiculous or silly thing with the caption, "This is my emergency contact."
Oh.
Is this trend or trash? This is trend.
I go trend on this one, too.
This is definitely trend. I've actually seen a couple
So
of
do
those.
we have an example of one?
Trend.
It is a trend?
Boom.
So like,
Nailed it.
oh, the videos are not working right now, but we've got some funny stills that we're going to take a look at. So
it's sort of a cute thing, right? What
so
is that?
this person is
just mincing an avocado, and that person found that to be hilarious. This person's got his is that a real mustache, a fake mustache? I don't know.
Oh, what is that person doing on that?
Stretching it out, man, working the lumbar. I get that.
That's funny. Okay, I like funny things like
cute.
this.
Like
It's
this
cute.
one I like.
Yeah.
This one I
So,
like. I'm okay with this one being
It's funny.
real and existing in the universe, like skajorking.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. The microwave? Artificial intelligence was promised to be the future of humankind, but this trend, powered by AI, helps people pretend they are spinning in a microwave, often to horrifying effect. Is this trend or trash? I'm going trash. This is not
because real. I don't understand it, I'm going trend.
Okay. All right, this is the first one.
But I don't know what. Yeah, okay.
What? You made one of us?
Okay.
Is the video working yet? Oh, it is.
Oh. Whoa. Well, look how we go through the chair. Look, we phase through the chair like Kitty Pryde of X-Men.
Look at us, AI, Bob and Jen. Oh.
Good Lord.
What is the point of this? You're just rotating.
Okay, this one, yeah, I've seen that one before. Toilet dog.
Oh God, what's its legs doing?
Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, this is the future. What you're looking at is the future of our world. This is where we are.
What people are doing with their free time.
Right? Like people sometimes think what we do seems crazy, perhaps even idiotic. That's the future. Right there. That's it.
Here you go.
Boom.
Give me some AI skajorking and yeah. Nope, they said no. No.
Boy lunch is the next one.
Oh, I know.
2024 was the year of the girl dinner.
Oh, okay.
Which was a snack plate or meal made up of whatever you have on hand. Boy lunch is a comedic take on the trend where working men show off their healthy meals of energy drinks and gas station snacks. Think Red Bull, Cheetos, and Slim Jims, all part of a well-balanced boy lunch. Trend or trash? Feels like trend to me.
I know girl dinner was actually a thing, so I don't know. I'm going to go trend.
We'll go trend.
Maybe it's
gonna
trash.
go trend.
Oh, it's made up. Well, it should
Tanner,
be.
that's really good.
Why not? That is really good.
That could be a thing.
Tanner created that.
I ate
I inspired that one?
I think I did because of what I eat normally.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny. I ate jerky for breakfast.
Yeah.
I had a teriyaki chicken stick.
Okay.
Delightful. Start with that. You know what I mean? It's really good. Had a couple grapes.
Oh.
And a teriyaki stick.
It's a well-balanced meal.
Oh.
There we go.
I'm like a machine.
A sheen of preservative. Well, grapes, that's good. You got some grapes.
Right?
Yeah, all right.
Pushes everything through.
Okay, so-
Nature's little broom.
Okay. Okay, here we go. On to the next one. I make the face, you make the sound. So apparently this game involves two people.
Okay.
One standing in front of the other.
Okay.
The person in the front makes a silly face or wacky movement, and the person behind them makes the sound that face would make. Is this trash or trend? I think this is trend.
Okay, I could see it as trend.
I think.
It's kind of
I
fun.
think I've seen my son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've seen something about this.
You want to do it? Step in front of me.
Well, wait. Let's watch.
Do we have examples?
We have an example first, and then we can try it. Okay, they're not that exciting.
Can't play the sounds, so because our computer,
so he's-
we have a computer that doesn't play sounds.
So you have to stand. So I'll
am
stand in
so
front.
I'm not allowed to see her face as she makes the face. I just start making the sounds. Is that right? Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Jen, you make a face or whatever.
Oh.
And I'll just try to make a corresponding sound.
Oh no.
To whatever you do.
I don't know. This
Just
is
make
pressure.
a
I don't know
face.
what to do.
Just don't talk. Just make a face. Something like that.
Okay.
That was definitely worth
That was worth our time.
our time and yours. Workplace diss tracks.
Oh, this has got to be a
This
trend,
one
right?
inspired by Kendrick Lamar's Grammy Award-winning diss track, Not Like Us. Office workers are turning their petty coworker drama into rap verses.
This has got to be.
Think of things like jamming the copy machine, hitting reply all on an email, or making stinky food in the office break room. And
I go trend, right?
turning it into rap lyrics. Feels like it.
It feels like it. They're
Kendrick's
not like us.
kind of the thing right now, right?
Right.
We're going trend.
We're going trend.
Trend.
Oh, it's trash.
Okay, our
You wait-
producer has
you
come
wait.
up with
He has.
several really solid
That's why he's a good
viral
producer.
ideas.
He's creative.
Seriously, that's really good.
You need to start that one.
I don't. Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know.
Speaking of that
how good
song,
I'd be at a diss track.
Have you watched the Anna Gaspar, Will Ferrell doing their
Amazing. They're hilarious.
their skit
Yes,
at the concert
yes.
for SNL?
Yeah.
Where they brought back their characters
Very
and they
good.
sang that.
Have you seen anyone remix the Super Bowl, specifically some of the dancing elements,
No.
with other songs?
No, I'm sure.
It's
There's
pretty
nothing.
funny.
That's trend.
It's pretty funny.
Okay.
I'll show you one.
That was fun, Tanner.
There was one, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, fits really well with it.
Really?
It's shocking, but it works. In terms of the dance moves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
841, reboots. Everywhere reboots. We're talking about the latest movies getting sequels, perhaps. Next on Cinema 64.
Where did little Ellie De La Cruz go?
Let him go. Let him go. Let him
so
be.
fast I
Let
can't find
Ellie
it.
be, Jen. Let him be.
All right, another season, another mysterious murder. The first episode of White Lotus Season 3 is streaming now on HBO Max. This season follows a cast of guests and workers at a luxury resort in Thailand. The overarching theme of this season is the dark side of the wellness industry. Interesting. New episodes of White Lotus drop on Sunday nights on HBO and Max. The first episode of the new season has received good reception from critics and fans of the show, with only one complaint. Many people on social media are upset that the instrumental theme for the opening credits, they're upset about that. The original theme became an earworm during the first 2 seasons, even garnering club dance remixes.
Sure. Not a fan. Didn't love the show.
Yeah, you said it was too dark for you.
And just, as we've discussed, I struggle with shows where I just don't like anybody. Like, they're all horrible. They're just horrible people all the time.
Yeah.
Can't take it. Don't like it. Snooty patoots and just unhappy. Bleh.
But then don't they get like...
I don't know. I didn't stick around with it long enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, I'm very pro comeuppance.
Yeah.
I really like when people get their comeuppance. Comeuppances.
I just noticed your Back to the Future socks.
Oh, you like those?
Those are really cool.
Yeah, those are good ones. I like these ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah,
the season's
I know a lot of people
interesting.
genuinely love
Yeah.
it. So I'm trying to take anything away from it. It's just not my cup of tea, so to speak.
Well, we've got our first
Oh,
look
yes.
at
I'm
Matt
excited about this.
Damon. Yeah,
Yes.
in Christopher Nolan's upcoming film, The Odyssey. Universal Pictures released
Yes.
this photo of Damon in the lead role of Odysseus. Damon is acting alongside a star-studded cast, including Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Anne Hathaway, Charlize Theron, Tom Holland, and Zendaya. However, who they're portraying in Homer's classic is still unknown, though many people on the internet speculate that Tom Holland will play Odysseus' son, Telemachus. The Odyssey is in theaters next year.
Can't wait. You take that kind of cast. You're doing The Odyssey. You got Christopher Nolan at the helm. I mean, it should just be outstanding. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I mean, with a cast like that,
Yeah.
and Christopher Nolan, like
Yeah.
you said, he can't really go wrong.
Can't go
with
wrong.
Nolan.
Can't go wrong. You know how else you can't go wrong? By remembering this piece of advice.
Okay.
Rubbing is racing.
You got it.
Rubbing is racing. NASCAR Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon wants a Days of Thunder sequel. The Hollywood Reporter said in November that star Tom Cruise talked to Paramount about a follow-up to his 1990 NASCAR racing film. The movie, sort of a seminal moment for the sport, giving it big screen presence as NASCAR's popularity began to skyrocket. And Gordon said at Daytona International Speedway that he's been in touch with Tom Cruise about making the project come to life. Cole Trickle, where have you been? Cole Trickle, what have you been doing? Perhaps Cole Trickle will now be the one offering the sage advice to some other young up-and-comer in the NASCAR world. Big fan, are you? Did you enjoy the Days of Thunder?
I think I watched it. I don't remember a lot about it. I'm more of a Talladega Nights kind of. That's my racing.
Understood. And also,
But-
if you're not first, you're last.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, I
both
think I
offer
probably watched it
wonderful insight.
back when it came out, but I don't remember anything about it.
That's when he met Nicole Kidman.
Oh, really?
Was on that set. Yes. Yep. And then they would eventually do. Sheila and I were discussing earlier, Far and Away. Remember Far and Away? Yeah.
Okay.
Where he said Shannon. I'm like, I like how you say that. I'm going to say it that
That's
way
when
too.
you knew he was a real talent.
Shannon.
Okay. That's not the only reboot news we have to talk about. I feel like reboots are coming right and left. It's nostalgia.
What
right?
is this?
I know. Actor Rob Lowe.
What? No.
Is teasing a Saint Elmo's Fire sequel.
Stop.
During an interview on Sirius XM, Lowe confirmed that all
No.
of the original cast from the 1985 movie are confirmed to reprise their roles. That includes actress Demi Moore leading the charge on the revival. The original movie follows, of course, a group of recent college grads from Washington, D.C.'s Georgetown University. Lowe confirmed that the sequel would catch up with the characters in their modern day lives.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I did not know this was a possibility. I had no idea
Rob
this was a
Lowe
thing.
is lying, and I don't think he is.
Why
because
would he ever lie?
He loves those Atkins bars, and he wouldn't lie about that.
No, why would he? Wow. Can we bring Man in Motion back?
Oh my gosh. The songs.
I want to be a man in motion. See, I want to sing so
No, me
bad.
too.
I
We
can't.
can't. We're not allowed.
Well, and what was there was a sort of the saxophone instrumental music that went along with St. Elmo's Fire as well. Who played that?
I'm not up on my saxophone.
David. Was it David?
David Wallace.
Wow.
Was it the same saxophone player guy from Lost Boys?
I don't.
Was all like sweaty?
No, it was not the oiled up. David Foster.
David Foster played the saxophone?
Not in the film, but as part of the soundtrack to the film.
Like composer David Foster?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Who's now married to
Yes.
that one actor, singer, girl
who was
from
on the thing?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Taylor just said this is like talking to my parents.
Country music star Dierks Bentley is preparing to hit the road. The multi-platinum entertainer will roll through 30 cities across the U.S. this summer. He kicks off the Broken Branches Tour in Austin, Texas, May 29th. He'll stop in Cincinnati at Riverbend on July 18th, bringing along Zach Top and the band Lula. Tickets go on sale Friday morning, 10 o'clock. I like Dierks Bentley. Dierks Bentley's got a lot of tunes.
Give me a Dierks Bentley song.
5150, somebody call the Popo.
Okay.
That's one that's
Antoine
real.
likes that one.
I swear. That's a real song. That's a Dierks Bentley special. I like that one.
I could listen to that.
Okay,
That sounds
I'll
fun.
turn some on during the break.
Okay,
We can't listen
yeah.
now, but I'll turn it on.
Right.
Okay, it is 10 minutes to 9. We have had ourselves a program today. We'll be right back.
I've only had one cup of coffee. That's genius. We just came up with we didn't. Eric, behind the cameras, came up with the genius end of show post. We're going to ask it in just a second. But right now, as we are taking a live look outside at the river, we've been talking about how close it is there to you can't even see the steps of the Serpentine Wall. So we have reached some really high levels of the water, and Tara's going to be talking when we get into the 9 o'clock hour about flooding potential. I know we already have portions of Kellogg that are blocked off,
right,
and some other roads down in Kentucky. So we'll talk more about that coming up in just a bit, and the potential of some more snow coming in tomorrow.
We sort of got into bands yesterday for end of show post. It started Beatles, and then it was going to be favorite boy bands, and then it just morphed into just what do you like? I think is where we sort of ended up, because it was the Hansons and the Jonas Brothers,
man
and then
bands. Are man bands a thing?
I don't know if I like that. Because that feels like something I should wear to hold in my guts. Man band.
Something that would have been invented on Seinfeld, along with the man's ear.
The bro.
The bro.
I prefer bro. So anyway, lots of you checked in, and we always love when you do. Janine, wait, is this our Janine?
It is.
This
It's
is our executive producer.
Producer Janine.
Says Rolling Stones. Nobody moves like Jagger.
Got the moves like Jagger.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Rhonda?
Help me, Rhonda. But Rhonda says the Beatles, the Osmonds, the Jackson 5.
Okay.
Those are some good man bands.
Me, Rhonda.
Okay, can I read this next one?
Please.
Kathy says the Bare Naked Ladies, so entertaining. Kathy, I once got to see when I interned WOXY 97X, the future of rock and roll in Miami, University of Ohio. The Bare Nakeds played a show in front of the station, and they just completely riffed, and it was so much fun.
I like 1 week where they say all the things
1
really
week
fast.
yeah,
that's really, and I want to say them all now, but we're not allowed to say them. Rose says, I'm a huge Hanson fan.
Okay.
As a kid, she was anyway, but everybody knows that Backstreet's back.
All right.
All right, and they're going to be playing in the Who's What at the place.
Yeah, with the thing, with the music stuff.
The Sphere.
They are?
Yes, the Backstreet Boys are playing the Sphere. That's real. I'm not making that up.
Okay. I really want to see somebody in the Sphere. But before we talk more about that, Barbara wonders if you spiked your teriyaki stick and if I have espresso instead of coffee.
I think we're just having a morning.
We're just having one of those wild
and
mornings.
Sometimes you just got to, once you're in there, just go with it.
And we were talking about the weather. Sue sent us a message and said that it's already snowing in Crittenden this morning, and she was showing some considerable snow down there, so I guess they got some.
Do you want to start working on end of show post, and I'll explain it? Just getting the post up. So today's end of show post. Okay, earlier in the program, we were talking about two sports that are actually the combination of two other sports. We were talking about dart ball that apparently they play in Wisconsin, which is part darts, part baseball. We talked about skijoring, though we like to call it skijorking.
Because I read it wrong.
Which is like horseback riding and skiing or something, but there are no real skis. I guess there are skis. Anyway, so here is our question to you. If you could create a sport that is the combination of two other sports.
That's a good one, Eric.
What would that sport be? What would be the sports that come together? And most importantly, what would you call the new sport? Skijorking has already been taken. So, to be clear.
Maybe it should have been skijousting. Because weren't they trying to
No. They weren't jousting each other, were they?
I don't know.
They didn't have lances.
They didn't?
I
thought they were trying to pick rings up off of something.
Were they?
I don't know. But anyway, I posted it. It is
anybody
on
else see that, or
the
she
ARC
just making things
Cincinnati
up?
with Bob and Jen Facebook page. It's the purple one that says Tuesday's end of show post. What sports? What would you combine? Do you have anything?
And just very very quickly, I would just like to put out into the universe, if any of you are skijorkers,
yeah,
we would like to know that you've done it, and if there is a local skijorking club.
Or if you have a horse and skis, I will come and try it. I don't know how to ski.
My combination of sports.
There it is. No, wait.
There, look. He's not trying to stab anybody.
I thought we said they had to pick up some sort of rings or something.
Look at look at that guy.
I'm going to create a new sport.
He is
horseback riding,
skijorking like a boss.
Or skiing and jousting. I don't know. Morning. I'm Jen Dalton.
I'm Sheila Gray.
I'm Aaliyah Hodges.
And I'm Bob Herzog. Thank you for joining us. ARC Cincinnati now at 9 o'clock. It's Tuesday. Off to the talk of the table we go.
All right, water levels are rising in part of the tri-state, and it's affecting waterways all around the Midwest. But we want to, of course, zero in on the impact on the Ohio River. Take a look at this graph put out by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. It shows in real time the water level on the Ohio River near downtown Cincinnati, Covington, and Newport. Yesterday, it surpassed the minor flood stages. NOAA predicts the river will crest tomorrow afternoon or late evening. These readings are taken from a water gauge attached to the Roebling Suspension Bridge, and there's a photo that you can see from NOAA that points out, there it is, where that water level gauge is. Pretty cool. You've probably seen it hundreds of times without even realizing that what it was. Data from this equipment is made available to meteorologists like our own Weather Authority team. It also allows city leaders on both sides of the river to prepare potential flood zones.
Concrete will. Okay, I was just looking at that photo.
The Arctic chill is making it hard for road crews to take a break. Temperatures are dropping, so ODOT's going to be watching places that are refreezing. ODOT says crews in some counties are going to be working in 12-hour shifts around our area with that snow in the forecast. The agency says a couple of ODOT plows were hit while trying to clean up roads. So far this winter, 35 plows have been hit in Ohio. If you cannot see a snow plow's side view mirror, the driver cannot see you. Another rule of thumb, stay 2 to 3 car lengths away from a plow if you're behind them. I mean, that's really for any vehicle if it gets slippery or snowy outside. And that goes for every state, not just ODOT.
And when it's sunny out.
Right, right. You don't have enough room to stop, even on a good day, if you're not at least a few car lengths behind.
I can't believe it's that number of plows.
I know.
That have been hit. That's a lot of plows.
It is a lot.
Golly.
All right, the big question I think on everybody's minds,
What's
especially
coming?
you know for schools tomorrow. Yeah, are we going to need them?
Yeah, I do think we've got maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow coming. It's not an extreme amount, which is good for us. We've had some snow out there this morning. It's more of a dusting, very light. Later on tonight, this is going to pick back up more, so overnight hours extending into your Wednesday morning. Highest amounts are going to be far south. That's why we've got a winter weather advisory for those locations. So it does start at 7 p.m., goes until noon on Wednesday. 1 to 2, maybe an isolated 3 in those spots farther south. But the track has continued to be farther south, which is good. That's going to lower amounts. We're also lacking moisture. That's going to help to keep the amounts down because we don't need any more moisture. We're obviously seeing extremes, as you were just hearing, about the Ohio River, the Kentucky River, the Licking River. And so I wanted to give you an update here as we were just mentioning, cresting at 55.4, 56 feet is